Hello everyone, good evening. Confirm the audio and the video once. I'm so happy there are so many people watching it. Some of you I already know. Ashish, Ayushi, the benefactor, Achal, Mohit, Mission IIM. Wow. Pain Gaming. I think I know a lot of you guys. Alright then. So let's start today's session. We call it CAT before CAT because the kind of questions that we're going to do today will be very much CAT relevant. Obviously, I would not go full throttle difficult because there's some people. By the way, how many of you have started right now? And do we have some people who are preparing for CAT 2026? So they're just here to kind of witness what's happening here. Vandit, same here. Shivangi, okay. So 26, a lot of people from 26 are also there. So the people who are from 26, probably they might not get a few things, but I'll try to be, as simple as possible. All right then. And the people who are from batch 1 or batch 2, it will be kind of a revision for them. The people in batch 3, they'll also have a kind of revision. Moreover, okay, only GAT. Moreover, we have All India free open mock day after tomorrow, that is on 8th August. It's for everyone. Everybody can attempt that mock and get a feel of how CAT is. Also, 26, we are starting the new batch, and the class will be starting in the mid of August. So it will be an early batch, 1.5 years long. And there'll be a lot of reading happening. There'll be a lot of sudokus which will be happening. 25 वाले स्टूडेंट्स सोच रहे हैं कि हमारे साथ ऐसा हुआ नहीं तो उनके साथ भी हुआ था अगर वो अर्ली बैच में थे तो फॉर when we have 1.5 years there are a lot of things that we can do including reading novels, watching movies, all that stuff actually is relevant for CAT. But let's be on today's agenda, that is understanding what factors mean. Factors. The two very important words in numbers, one is called factors and other is called multiples. Our focus will be on factors today, but how to define that? So let's say there is a number called n, capital N. The number can have factors, the number can also have multiples. All of us have gone through multiplication tables as kids. It's like 4 into 1 is 4, 4 into 2 is 8 and so on. So what I write here, 4, 8, 12, 16, these are all multiples. Okay, so we call that multiplication table. Sideline dream, yeah, you can watch it. Probably you'll get something new or maybe you will revise it. 4, 8, 12, 16, so on. They are multiples. So any number which can be divided, when I say can be divided by n is its, any number which can be divided by n is its multiple. And at the very same time, for example, 4 here. Now, 4 can be divided by what? 1, 2, and 4. So, factors are those numbers which can divide n. Is that clear? The definition, which can be divided is a multiple, which can divide is a factor. All right. Mission IIM, yeah, it'll be beginner friendly. Good afternoon, Akul. I hope it is clear to all of us, right? Nothing more to go to do here. So if someone asks you what are the factors of 16, you will say, oh, that's pretty easy, isn't it? You will say 1 divides it, 2 also divides it, 4 also divides it, 8 divides it as well, 16 also divides it. We can also write this as, so that we don't get confused. We can write 16 as 1 into 16, 2 into 8, 4 into 4. So as we can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factors, and I can represent this as a product of two numbers in 3 different ways. All right, out of which in one way we have same numbers. In 2 other ways we have distinct numbers. So all these things we'll be trying to understand, analyze that why something like this happens. If I take another number, let's say I take 32. So 1 into 32, 2 into 16, 4 into 8, that's all. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different factors, and I can represent this 32 as a product of two different numbers in three different ways. Alright? So, the problem here is, in some cases we can have odd number of factors, in some cases we can have even number of factors. When you have even number of factors, I can make pairs which are composed of distinct numbers. When they are odd number of factors, then one pair will always be composed of similar numbers. Okay. So why all of that is happening, we will be discussing that. But before going over there, what if I ask you how many factors are there of 30030? Now I'll feel like this is kind of very tedious job. Okay? इतना लंबा कौन करेगा यार, बहुत ही मुश्किल है. तो क्या फिर से लिखना शुरू कर दूं मैं? 1 into 30030, then 2 into, and keep on writing it. This is going to be very much difficult. So we need to generalize, a way through which we can find the factors quickly. So let's try and understand that. If I choose a number, a simple number, let's say I choose something like 60, and I want to count the factors. Obviously, I can write. अरे घंटे की बात बता, कितने घंटे का है? 7 बजे क्लास है, मैं से पहले छोड़ दूंगा. Okay, Krisha? Well, so 60 is there. I want to count the number of factors. I can count. 60 is an easy number, but let us try to understand it, what exactly is happening. 60 is composed of what? 60 can be written in prime factorized form as 2 square into 3 to the power 1 into 5 to the power 1. The people who find difficulty over here, I would suggest them to rote learn a few tables. This is how we do it. 2 30s are 60, 2 15s are 30, 3 5s are 15, 5 1s are 5. The moment I get 1, I'll stop. So we have 2 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 5. Okay, that is a prime factorized form. But this can be done, should be done orally for the people who are writing CAT this year, especially. For 26 guys, you can do it like this also for the time being. Alright. Now, as I said, factors are those numbers which can divide a given number completely. Can divide. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? वो कौन से नंबर हो सकते हैं? क्या मैं कह सकता हूँ ये वही नंबर होंगे जो इन तीनों की कॉम्बिनेशन से बने हैं? Yes or no? Am I clear? Avi Krishna, yes, that's right. 64 factors. But tell me everyone, can I say that 60, the factors of 60 will be those which will be composed from different combinations of these three numbers raised to their powers. Okay. Having said that, 60 is composed of 2 times 2, 1 times 3, and 1 times 5. So if I try to generalize this, let us have three different sets which are composed of multiples of 2, multiples of 3, multiples of 5. Alright. So 60 can be divided by three different multiples of three different powers of 2, which are 2 to the power 0, power 1, and power 2. Now this is very important. 2 to the power 0, which is not visible here. But everything raised to power 0 is 1, and 1 is a factor of all the numbers. That is why we need to take 2 to the power 0. Is that clear? Similarly, for 3 to the power 1, I'll write this. And for 5, I'll write this. So maximum power of 2, 3, and 5, which can divide 60 completely, is 2, 1, and 1 respectively. Alright. Now, how many combinations can I make? So let's say I choose one number from here. I choose 2 to the power 0. The moment I choose one number, for this one choice, I have two more choices in second set, isn't it? And similarly, for any choice in second set, I have two more choices in the third set. Wow. Alright, so you can see I have counted 1, 2, 3, and 4 different factors. Is that cool? 4 different combinations. Similarly, I can do from here and here as well. So here I can choose the powers of 2 in 3 different ways, here in 2 different ways, there in 2 different ways. Overall, 12 factors are possible. What are those 12 factors? Let's try and understand. So if I choose 2 to the power 0, this line, this goes here, then goes here. So everything raised to power 0 would give us the first factor, the smallest factor, which will be equal to 1. Is that clear, everyone? Do you understand that? This is simple, but still, if we understand it like this, we can visualize things so the complex questions can be solved easily, quickly. Now, second factor कौन सा हो जाएगा? I'll choose 2 to the power 1, lowest prime is 2, और बाकी का power 0 choose कर लूँगा. 2 to the power 1, 3 to the power 0, 5 to the power 0, that gives us 2. I'll just show it to you in blue color. This line, do you see this line? Is that clear? Similarly, we can keep on choosing different factors, all right, one after the other. So there can be questions, the highest factor, the lowest factor, all those questions can be asked. And if we can visualize this map clearly, it's easy for us. All right, so having said that, if I try to generalize this, so let us say we have a number called n, capital N, which is a composite number, any natural number, and its prime factorized form is given by p to the power a multiplied by q to the power b, r to the power c, and so on, because we don't know how many prime factors will be there, isn't it? So I just wrote p, q, r raised to power a, b, c. It can be p, q, r, s, t, u, v. So we don't know how many factors are there, raised to power this. So if I compare with this, here I can say n was 60 in my example, p is 2, q is 3, and r is 5, while a is 2, b is 1, and c is 1. All right. Okay. But when you see the factors, number of factors, it's not 2, it's 2 plus 1. 3. ये plus 1 क्यों हो रहा है? Because we are considering power 0 as well. 1 plus 1 and 1 plus 1. So let us generalize this, and what do we get? The number of factors of this n will be equal to product of the powers increased by 1. A plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1, and so on. NOF, that means number of factors. Is that clear, everyone? I'll stop for a while. Everyone tell me, is that clear? Even the people who are new, the people who are preparing for 2026, the people who started late, and some people who want to write CAT this year also, but at the very same time, they do not know much about mathematics or numbers. This is very important. Perfect. Struggling aspirant, is that so? All right, it's clear. Great. Now, we need to understand certain things. When I said for a number n is equal to this, the number of factors is equal to a plus 1 multiplied by b plus 1 multiplied by c plus 1, and so on. Now, I want you to understand a very important observation, that if I add two odd numbers, I'll get an even number. I hope you know that. If I add one odd to another even, I'll get an odd number. And if I add two even numbers, I'll get an even number, right? That is for addition. But when we multiply, something else happens. Odd multiplied by even, we'll get an even number. And odd multiplied by odd, we'll get an odd number. When I multiply even with even, I'll get an even number. So this is the multiplicative and additive property of odd and even numbers. So if I ask you, odd raised to the power odd, what will we get? An odd number or an even number? Odd raised to power even, what do we get? An odd or an even? Oh, Niranjan, you're welcome. So when the base is odd, essentially what is power? What power means? Power means something is multiplied to itself, isn't it? How many times? जो भी इसका power होगा. So let's say it's 2, so that means a number multiplied by itself. If it is 3, number multiplied by itself thrice. तो base तो odd ही है. Odd into odd into odd into odd. How many times जितना भी हो, it will always be odd. Nice. But if the base is even, so here we can have odd or even, doesn't really matter. We'll always get an even number, because even multiplied by even will always give us even. This is something which is kind of very much simple, commonsensical, but people forget that, and based on this also there can be questions. Okay, so now we understood that. If I say here that A, B, C, these three, all of them are even. A, B, C, all are even. If they are even, the moment I add 1 to it, all of them become odd. Am I right? Right? Yeah, which means the number of factors will be odd. So when I took the case of 16, when I started the live, I said 16 has got odd number of factors, but in case of 32, the number of factors was even. So what exactly has happened over here? This is one thing. Let us make one more observation. Among A, B, C, even if one of them is odd, then what's going to happen? Let's say A is even, B is also even, but C is odd. In that case, A plus 1 will become odd, B plus 1 will become odd, and C plus 1 will become even, right? Odd, odd, even. So even if we have just one odd power, the number of factors that we'll get will always be even. Can I say that, yes or no? In the prime factorized form, if even the single power of any prime number is odd, I'll get even number of factors. Alright, but if all are even, I'll get odd number of factors. By the way, if all are even, what does that mean? If all are even, that means I can calculate their square root, isn't it? If something is a square, square root will be a. If it is a to the power 4, square root is a square. I cannot calculate the square root of a cube. So we are sure about one thing, that if we have a perfect square, which is identified by even powers of the prime factors in the prime factorized form, would always have odd number of factors. Is that understood? Yes or no? This is the first very important. I think I have discussed two concepts by now. This is concept number 3. So just note that down. Concept 1 was the visualization. Concept 2 was number of factors. And concept 3 is this. All right? All of you got that? Now, once we understood this part, let's try and solve a few questions. But before that, I would like you to understand one very important thing. Concept number 4. All prime numbers, all primes have exactly 2 distinct factors. All of us know that. Nothing new here. All primes have exactly 2 distinct factors. Concept number 5. P square. So I'm denoting prime with P. So in today's class, if I write P and I forget saying what is P, you will assume it to be prime. P square would have 3 factors. Can I say that? Do you understand that or not? Because we need to add 1 to the power of any prime. So if I have a number that is a square of a prime, it will always have 3 factors, right? Similarly, if I have, let's say, P cube, I'll have 4 factors. Okay. Which means if I have any power raised to power n, it will have n plus 1 factors. That's what we did already. All of us know that. Let's do a question first of all, and then we'll go ahead. I hope you written this down. We have discussed 5 different concepts. Let's solve a question based on these concepts. Okay. You need to find the smallest number which has exactly 6 distinct factors. This is question number 1 for today's session, and the concept that I've told you, they will be used. Let's see who answers the first. Gautami, is that so? Weird and interesting. That's the best thing one can have. And as I can see, 309 active people, only 101 likes. I think I did not give you enough time to reflect upon yourself and the class. That happens in my classes. But yeah, you can take 5 sweet seconds to hit a like over there. Your motivation is CAT, my motivation is appreciation. So I'm getting answers here, 32, 12 and so on. Let's see. I'll wait for a minute. All right. The people who have answered 32, I think what I discussed, that p to the power n would have n plus 1 factors where p is prime. That is what people did. This is true. But is it the smallest number? Not really. Not necessarily. तो 32 जो आया है आप लोग का, क्या 32 आया है ना? शायद वो गलत है. So you thought p to the power 5, 6 factors चाहिए. This should be the number. And the smallest number पूछा गया है, तो smallest prime is 2. Let's write this. So people who have thought that, I'm really happy with you guys because you are thinking straight. But then, it's wrong. Unfortunately, it's wrong. What will be right? Let's understand that. So any number which can have 6 different factors can be represented in different ways. How? Because 6 is made by 1 into 6. It's also made by 2 into 3. Okay? Now 6 is number of factors. So NOF is either 1 into 6 or 2 into 3. By the way, what is 1 and 6? Anything power raised to, in the power raised to a, we have a plus 1. So a plus 1 multiplied by b plus 1. Similarly, here also that's the same thing. Let's make it very simple and easily understandable. So if a plus 1 is 1, that means a is 0 and b is 5. This is what you guys solved. Keeping 2 to the power 5 is 32. Okay. In this case, a will be 1 and b will be 2. Now, let's see what can happen. So any number, let's say the number is p to the power 2 and q to the power 1. P square into q. That is how I got 3 into 2, right? It'll be better if I write this 3 into 2. Into 2, comparison is easy now. A is 2 and B is 1. Alright. Smallest primes. I need the smallest number. So smallest prime is 2, next smallest is 3. So let's allot 2 here, 2 square and 3 here. I'll get 12 as the answer. This is the answer, not this. Okay? I think all of you got that. Nice. Rishit, yes. I hope you understood. Chalo. If you have understood this, let me give you one more question. I want the smallest number which has got exactly, let's make it 8. 8 distinct factors. Let's see how many of you do it right now. All right. Aishman, you need a gaming stream. I don't think I would like to stream my games because they are not very fancy. Or maybe they are fancier than what YouTube can handle. Kushi Prajapati, obviously I remember you. I think you know that I don't forget my students easily, especially those who have talked to me at least once. So Kushi says, "Hello sir, I'm not sure if you remember me. I'm attending a live class after a long time due to work and time constraints. You have been such a blessing." Oh, thanks. All the concerns are clear. You're welcome, Kushi. All right. 8. How can I write 8? 8 is 8 into 1. 8 is also 4 into 2. Anything else? Some people will think, okay, 8 into 1, 4. See, you know what? Those who have been attending my classes for a long time now, they must have realized that my classes are like movies. Nolan. One layer after the other. Even if you think you have understood everything, there'll be new thing coming. So, पहला पी की पावर में गया था, उसके बाद फिर देखा कि भाई फैक्टराइज भी हो सकता है. जो लोग यहाँ तक पहुँच चुके हैं वो एक चीज़ भूल रहे होंगे. 4 into can also be done as 2 into 2 into 2. That is the maximum possible division that I can do. Krisha, well done. Well, so let's try and write those numbers. If this is the case, and this is a plus 1 into b plus 1, a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 in the last case. So if I compare the like terms, here a is 7, here a is 3, b is 2, and here a is 1 as well as b is 1 and c is also 1, which means in the case 1, the lowest number is 2 to the power 7, that is 128. Here 2 cube into 3 square, that is 8 into 9, 72. In this case, 2 into 3 into 5, that is 30. 30 is the answer. मैंने कुछ गलत कर दिया है. 30 is not the answer. हाँ 24 है. अरे हाँ 24 है. मैं तो थोड़ा खेल रहा हूँ तुम लोगों से. ये B2 नहीं है, ये B1 है. I saw some people being very confident about it. Correct answer is 24, not 30. So this emoji to you guys, this to you guys, and this to those who wrote 24 as the answer. All right. I could see a lot of people wrote 30. सानवी क्या समझ नहीं आया. पावर्स है ना ये, p to the power a, q to the power b. तो a plus 1 4 है, b plus 1 2 है. मतलब a का वैल्यू 3 होगा, b का वैल्यू 1 होगा. p smallest prime 2 की पावर 3 कर दो, q second smallest 3 की पावर 1 कर दो, and you got the answer. बस that's it. Okay. Varun, where? Here. I think I just explained, no? Some people have joined late. This is in continuation to previous classes, previous slides. Okay, Varun, why we took that? If this is the case, the number will be p to the power a multiplied by q to the power b. We need the smallest number, and a is 3 as we discussed, and b is 1. We need the smallest number. So what is the smallest prime? P and Q both should be prime. Now, you can take 3 and 2 also, but to make it smallest, you will give the highest power to the smallest prime, which is 2. 2 cube, and the second smallest prime, that is 3, to be the value of Q. That is how we are. Varun, I think it's clear. All right. Okay, Ayushman. Chalo, let's do one more question. An interesting question. Only CAT, yes. Recording हो जाए, बाद देख सकते हो. एक और क्वेश्चन करते हैं. बड़ा प्यारा क्वेश्चन है. So there were some candles, candle 1, candle 2, candle 3, and so on. There were 100 candles. All right. There were how many? 100 candles. And all the candles were extinguished. No candle was lit. Everybody pay attention because I'm not going to write this question. I'm just explaining the question to you. The 100 candles, like this. Yes, Varun, that's what I meant. Leela. Oh, you share my name. Biggest number? No, it will be infinite. Because we don't know what is the largest number in this universe. It's infinite. Okay, now, let's do a very interesting question. Okay, Leela, you will understand this by this question also. 100 candles are like this, which are extinguished. So there are 100 people, let's say there are 100 people like you. अथर्व 2 into 2 into 2 8 होता है, इसलिए हमें 8 फैक्टर्स चाहिए थे. So what happens? There are 100 people also. Person 1, person 2, person 3, all right. Different people, 100 people like that. ठीक है ना? So सबके चेहरे पे नंबर लिखा हुआ है उसका कि उसका नंबर क्या है. ये पहला पर्सन, number 2, number 3, and so on. So there are 100 people like that. So what happens? The first person comes and lights up all the candles. Getting it? First person comes and lights up all the candles. Second person comes and extinguishes all the alternate candles. ठीक है? Saturn समझ में आ जाएगा थोड़ी देर में. पहले ने क्या किया? सारे कैंडल्स जला दिए. दूसरे ने हर दूसरा कैंडल बुझा दिया. तीसरे ने हर तीसरे कैंडल को चेंज कर दिया. मतलब अगर वो जला था तो बुझा दिया, बुझा था तो जला दिया. Do you understand that? So everybody comes and they just alternate. Okay? मतलब if something is extinguished, they will light it up. If it is lit, they will extinguish it. Clear? Okay. This keeps on happening. So first person will do this for every candle. Second person will do it for every alternate candle. Third will do for every third candle. मतलब third, sixth, ninth, 12th, and so on. Fourth will do for every fourth, that is fourth, 8th, 12th, and so on. So all 100 people do it like this. You need to tell me, in the end, it doesn't even matter, benefactor. In the end, how many candles are lit? That is the question. Yes, Khushi, for the respective numbers. Saurabh says 50, Smriti says 0. Wow, really fast. Ayushman says 10. Let's see. Shivani says 60. Saturn? Person. Sophia, yes, this is for free. 37 free sessions. Gaurav says 0. Wow, so many answers. This is becoming interesting. And after this question, I need all the likes. The people are watching. Like to कर दो यार कम से कम. इस सवाल का कर देना if you like the solution. (49, 10, etc., etc.) Lot of questions, lot of answers I'm getting here. Okay. Sort of fourth person will change the, what do you say? He will play with every fourth candle, 4th, 8th, 12th, and so on. So if it is lit, he will extinguish it. If it is extinguished, he will light it. जला है तो बुझा देगा, बुझा है तो जला देगा। बस चेंज कर रहे हैं वो लोग उसकी पोजीशन। मान लो बल्ब है, बल्ब को जला है तो बुझा देगा, ऑन है तो ऑफ कर देगा, ऑफ है तो ऑन कर देगा, इतना ही है। चलो, let me try and solve this question. Everyone tell me. Everyone. Sharbini, are you there? I want you tell me बहुत जल्दी. Candle and person. So tell me something. Candle number 1 will be manipulated by which all people? Parul, at first all candles is extinguished. मैंने उस पर फ्लेम बनाया था क्या? नहीं बनाया था. So candle 1 will be touched by, manipulated by only one person, the first person, and second candle will be touched by two people, that is 1 and 2. Am I right? Oh, Priyanshu, you also there? Hi. Third will be touched by 1 and 3. Am I right? First तो सबको ही करेगा कुछ ना कुछ. First ने सबकी कैंडल जला दी है. Fourth will be touched by first person, second person and fourth person. Yes or no? Yes or no? Similarly, fifth candle touched by first and fifth person. Sixth will touched by first person, second person, third person and sixth person. Is that right? Yeah, Prem Krishna, there are 100 candles which were extinguished initially, not lit initially, and 100 people are there. So every person went there. First person manipulated every candle. Second person manipulated every second candle. Third did that with every third candle. So if candle was extinguished, the person lit it up. If it was lit, they extinguished it. सन भी होगी अभी आगे, अभी जलाएगी बुझाई ये हम नहीं देख रहे हैं, फिलहाल हम ये देख रहे हैं. Is that right? Oh Mayank, no problem. Seventh will be touched by first and seventh person. Eighth by first, second, third, not third. First, second, fourth and eighth. So before going further, before kind of confusing between candles, person, all that stuff, do you see a pattern over here? The pattern here is that candle, if the candle is representing a number, which it is, then person is representing the factor of that number. Yes or no? The factor of 1 is 1. Fun network, you'll understand this now. The factor of 2 is 1 and 2 both. Factor of 3 is 1 and 3 both. Factor of 4 or 1, 2 and 4 all 3. Factor of 5, 1, 5. Factor of 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. Right? Yeah, so cool. Gautami, you got that? So you must be thinking that in this class, why am I doing candle and person, all that stuff? Now you realize that this question was something which was totally relevant to what we have been discussing till now. Well, having said that, initially all the candles were not lit. That means if a candle is touched once, it will be lit. If it's touched twice, it will be extinguished. If it is touched thrice, it will be lit. 4 times extinguished. So basically, at every odd number of touch, the candle is lit. Okay? And at every even number of touch, the candle is extinguished. Is that clear? Yeah. Sanvi, you get that? If a candle is touched odd number of times, it will be lit. If it is touched even number of times, it will not be lit. Right? So basically, the numbers which have odd number of factors, the candles with the number which have odd number of factors will be lit in the end. And which numbers have odd number of factors? पहली शुरुआत के 5 मिनट में ही बता दिया था मैंने. I said perfect squares have odd number of factors. Someone was preparing for UPSC, SSC, I think, SSC or banking. Are you there? Perfect squares have odd number of factors. So whatever Number is perfect square, like 1 is a perfect square, 4 is a perfect square. Next is 9 is a perfect square. So let's count the number of perfect squares. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, till 10 square. 10 square is 100, we had 100 candles. So we have 10 perfect squares, answer is 10. 10 candles will be lit, 90 won't be lit. Now, I'll wait for a minute, all of you absorb this information and hit some likes. एक क्वेश्चन दे दो. Clear? Question was confusing, but yeah, it was interesting, huh? फोर्थ पर्सन एवरी फोर्थ करेगा, दो कैसे आ गया उसमें? फोर के फैक्टर्स क्या है? 1 2 4, फोर्थ, एट्थ. Look at it from the perspective of candle, not from the perspective of the person. Yes, Khushi, exactly. Nilesh, yes. Obviously, sneak peek with Krishna. The question comes in CAT. Yeah, now you realize that it doesn't have some rocket science kind of theory. It's based on observations and nothing else. Okay then. So we are done with multiple concepts of factors, and now we need to do a few questions on factors. Let's go there. ये नहीं, तो factors का question नहीं है. रुको, I'll give you an easy. This is this question first of all. Note down the question. Till then, I'm putting in some more slides, so probably my camera would not be visible. But I think the question is there. Find the smallest number that has exactly 12 factors. I'll type that question in the comment box. You can just see it from there. Okay, and try to solve it. Khushi, exactly. All right. All right. Some people got 72, some people got 60. Let's see. Smallest number is actually 12 factors. So 12 can be written as 12 into 1. So previously people who joined late, they have missed on certain things. Now they will be, okay, I did this only, this question. So 6 into 2 also as 4 into 3. 3 different ways. Yeah, there can be more ways also. How? I can break it as 3 into 2 into 2. Is that right? Is that right? Can there be more ways? 12 into 1, 6 into 2, 4 into 3, 3 into 2 into 2. Can there be more ways? I don't think so. There cannot be any more ways, right? Because now we have factorized this in the smallest possible primes, okay? ठीक है. So, having said that, now, as we know, these things are a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 into whatever till wherever is applicable. So for case 1, it's 12 into 1. Case 1, the value of a is 11, value of b is 0, not even relevant. Case 2, the value of a is 5, value of b is 1. All right? 6 में से मतलब एक कम कर देंगे ना, a plus 1 is 6, that means a is 5. All of you got that? Case 3, a is 3 while b is 2 from this. And case 4, a is 2 while b is 1 and c is also 1. Let's try and put we need the smallest number. Okay. So this has to be raised to the smallest power of smallest prime, 2 to the power 11. 2048 होता है, बहुत बड़ा है. 2 to the power 5 into 3 to the power 1, that comes out to be 96. Am I right? Okay. Then this one, 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 2, 8 into 9, we have 72, which a lot of people got. Second कर लेंगे अभी गौतमी, don't worry. Here 2 square into 3 to the power 1, 5 to the power 1. So we have 4 into 3 into 5, that is 60. तो अभी कुछ हुआ. क्या हुआ कि इतना कुछ पढ़ने के बाद भी people might miss on this case. Now, because we have done 2 questions, 3 questions like this, you will never forget this. So where would you stop? You would stop at the point at which you have expanded this maximum. And how do you know that? Whenever you have all these factors as prime, that means you have expanded this to be maximum. Cool? All of you got that? So now let's try and solve the second question. It was sum of the smallest 4 numbers that are exactly 4 distinct factors. 4 distinct factors, that is 4 into 1, 2 into 2. That's all. So we have 2 cases, case 1 and case 2. In case 1, a is 3. In case 2, a is 1 and b is also 1. All right. अरुण बड़ा नंबर वो भी करवा लेते हैं. अथर्व, because at 2 into 2 into 2 we had, see, it's not necessary that जो सबसे लंबा जो आएगा ना उसमें we get the smallest value. We'll have to check which one is the smallest. In the case of 2 into 2 into 2, the number that was there was not the smallest. That is the reason. Yes, Khushi, the smart way is to practice more and more such questions and they will come across it. So a is 3. I can have 2 cube, that is 8. 3 cube, that is 27. I'm not sure. छोटा यहाँ मिलेगा, यहाँ मिलेगा. मैं 2 लिख लिए. यहाँ भी करते हैं. 2 into 3 is 6. 2 into 5 is 10. कुछ और मिल सकता है क्या? 2 into 7 is 14. Before that, 2 into 7 is 14. 3 into 5 is 15. I'm just using the primes. I can see, I think we have got it. The smallest is 6. then we have 8, then we have 10, and then we have 24. All right, so 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 14, that gives us 38. That is going to be our answer. All right. Pranali, how am I calculating A and B? The number of factors is equal to A plus 1 multiplied by B plus 1 multiplied by C plus 1. यहाँ पे C वाला केस है ही नहीं. Only 2 cases are there. So A plus 1 is 4, that means A is 3. B plus 1 is 1, that is B is 0. You write 0 or not, that doesn't really matter. In this case, A plus 1 is 2, B plus 1 is 2. That is how I'm calculating it. Clear? 38 is the answer. I think Saurabh got that. Very good. Okay, Pranali? सानवी क्या हो गया? कैसे, मतलब क्या पूछना चाह रही हो? कैसे? हमने चेक किया ना. अब देखो 2 क्यूब 8 है, 3 क्यूब 27 है, तो ऑब्वियस ही बात है कि यहाँ तो मुझे इसके बाद तो कुछ मिलेगा नहीं, क्योंकि 2 इंटू 3 6, 2 इंटू 5 10 मिल ही गया. आई एम चूजिंग द प्राइम्स. ओके सानवी, 2 व्हाट आर प्राइम्स? स्मॉलेस्ट प्राइम इज 2, देन वी हैव 3, देन वी हैव 5, देन वी हैव 7. यही कहीं मिल जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे मुझे 2 नंबर चाहिए, 2 प्राइम्स, प्रोडक्ट ऑफ 2 प्राइम्स, P इंटू Q. 2 इंटू 3 आई गॉट 6, 2 इंटू 5 आई गॉट 10, 2 इंटू 7 आई गॉट 14. अब 2 इंटू 11 जाने से पहले मैं 3 इंटू 5 भी चेक कर लूँ. 3 5 प्राइम होता है. आई गॉट 15. सो नाउ आई नो आई नीड फर्स्ट 4 प्राइम्स, राइट? सो आई गॉट दैट. नो नीड टू चेक फर्दर. ऑल राइट. 3 किधर से आया? 3 प्राइम होता है. सैटर्न ये प्राइम ही तो है. पहला प्राइम है 2, दूसरा है 3, तीसरा है 5, चौथा है 7, फिर है 11, फिर 13. बस. ओके, चलो लेट्स डू दी. कुछ थोड़ा सा आसान करा दूं मैं, वरना तो बहुत मुश्किल सवाल दिख रहे होंगे. ये करते हैं. ये मल्टीप्लाई क्यों हुए? मल्टीप्लाई क्यों हुए? ऐड हुए ना सानवी. 6 प्लस 8 प्लस 10 प्लस 14. अलग नंबर क्यों मल्टीप्लाई किया? रिया कि 4 चाहिए थे ना मेरे को. क्वेश्चन क्या है? फाइंड द स्मॉलेस्ट सम ऑफ द स्मॉलेस्ट. सी इन द पिंड कमेंट, फाइंड द सम ऑफ स्मॉलेस्ट 4 नंबर्स दैट हैव एग्जैक्टली 4 डिस्टिंक्ट फैक्टर्स. तो 4 अलग अलग नंबर चाहिए थे ना मेरे को, जो कि मैं प्राइम से ही बनाता. ऑलराइट रिया. I think some people have joined late. Maybe that's why they did not learn the basics. पहला वाला सिखाया था मैंने कि कैसे नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स कैलकुलेट हो रहे हैं, राइट रिया? इसीलिए ऐसा हुआ होगा. ठीक, कोई बात नहीं. द रिकॉर्डिंग विल बी अवेलेबल, यू कैन वॉच दैट. Let's do this one. What is the sum of all the numbers up to 30 which have exactly 5 or 3 or 2 factors? This is a very nice question. अच्छा, मुझे एक बात बताओ सब लोग. If we have 2 factors, what kind of numbers would we get? पहले ही मैंने सिखा दिया था. 2 factors कब होते हैं? When a number is prime. When would we have 3 factors? The number is P square. In no other case you can get 3. Because 2, 3, 5 are themselves prime. 5 factors you'll get only in the case when P is raised to power 4. There's no other way, isn't it? 2 into 1, 3 into 1, 5 into 1. तो ऐसा कोई केस नहीं आ रहा जो 4 या 8 में आया था कि 2 into 2 भी हो रहा है, 8 में 4 into 2 या 2 into 2 into 2 भी हो रहा था. तो we know that. Now we need all those numbers which are up to 30 in this format. तो सारे प्राइम 30 तक 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. सारे नंबर जो P के प्राइम के स्क्वायर हैं, प्राइम के स्क्वायर में 30 से बड़े ना हो पाए. 2 का स्क्वायर 3 स्क्वायर, 2 स्क्वायर इज 4, 3 स्क्वायर इज 9, 5 स्क्वायर 25, 7 स्क्वायर 49, बड़ा हो जाएगा. सारे नंबर ऐसे जो p की पावर 4 है पर 30 से बड़े ना हो. 2 to the power 4 is 16, 3 to the power 4 is 81. We'll stop here. That's all. Let's add all of it. 2 plus 3, 5 plus 5, 10, 17, 28, 41, 58, 77, this is 80, 100, 129. 129 plus 4, 133 plus 9, 142 plus 25, 167 plus 16, 183 is the answer. I think all of you got that. Interesting, huh? Still, there might be some people who have recently joined, maybe preparing for 2026. थोड़ा सा लग रहा है कि समझ में तो आ रहा होगा, नंबर से इतना कभी खेला ही नहीं ज़िंदगी में, बट मज़ा तो आ रहा होगा, उसे आप दोबारा भी देख सकते हो. वरुण, लास्ट स्टेप, just added all of it. We need the sum, no? Question says find the sum. p to the power 4 is 2 to the power 4. Prime raised to power 4, which should be less than 30. 2 power 4 is 16, 3 to the power 4 is 81, which goes beyond 30. That is why I stopped over there. All right. I think we have done that, right? Oh, schedule. I think you guys need the schedule, right? Week 1, week 2, week 3 till week 7. Today's factors, as it is happening, then there'll be practice session on the same. Tomorrow there'll be divisibility and remainder by Mr. Yogesh. Then Mr. Indrajit Singh, he will be doing the practice on the same. And on 8th August, we have iCat 7.0. ये iCat हर कोई दे देना. ठीक है? LCM HCF and the practice, factorials, miscellaneous concept practice, numbers marathon, and then sectional test on 10th August. This is for week 1. So every week you will get, this week is numbers, then we have arithmetic, then algebra, then geometry, then LRDI, and then VARC. All right. That is how it goes. But before that, let's try and solve a few more questions. This one to ho gaya. Let's try and solve. I want to give you something easy. This is this can be done, huh? नहीं, ये भी मुश्किल हो जाएगा आप लोग के लिए. ये करते हैं. Let's do this one. Yes, I'll be covering entire quant. Relevant portions, the portions which have got the maximum weightage. Obviously, we cannot do the entire quant, that is not possible, right? But the chapters which have got the maximum weightage, we'll cover that. Same with VRC, same with LRDI. Practice session will be happening in the night, Shreyansh. Okay, there is a WhatsApp group which is given in the description of this stream. After the stream is over, just click on that WhatsApp group, join over there. You'll get the link to the classes, the practice session and everything. Gautami, चिंता मत करो, अभी तो पहली क्लास है. Okay, let's solve this one. If a natural number n has exactly 35 positive factors, what is the maximum possible number of positive factors that n square can have? Interesting question. Just a notch above. 35 positive factors. 35 बना कैसे आखिर? मतलब number of factors is 35. I think a lot of people must have forgotten what we did. So I'll just explain that again. Number of factors given by product of this. All right. And so on. And what is A, B, C if you have forgotten? A number when prime factorized form where powers are A, B, C and so on. This is the number of factors. This is equal to 35. So 35 can be broken down as in how many ways? 35 into 1 is one of the ways. Also, all right, 7 into 5 is another way. Do we have any other way? Not really, because 5 and 7. So when do we know we have to stop? We know we have to stop the moment we break down them as the maximum possible primes. All right, we discussed earlier as well. थोड़ा जल्दी होता है तो लोग भूलते भी हैं, but I think now it is making sense. Memory is coming back. So case 1, case 2. Maximum possible number of positive factors. ठीक है, इतना मालूम पड़ चुका है हमें. अब ये बोल रहा है n स्क्वायर की बात कर रहा है, तो टेल मी व्हाट कैन बी द वैल्यू ऑफ n. सो दिस इज केस 1 and this is case 2. So all of you pay attention. For case 1, if you compare this with a plus 1 and b plus 1, you get a as 34, b as 0. b should not even be written. ठीक है? Okay, case 2. e will be 6 and b will be 4. ठीक है? सानवी क्या हो गया? सानवी डिमोटिवेट नहीं होते. ओके, कर लोगी. मज़ा आ रहा है ना तुम्हें? तुम अगर यहाँ तक 1 घंटे से ऊपर यहाँ पे बैठ के देख रही हो, इसका मतलब ये है कि तुम्हारे अंदर इच्छा है जानने की. हो जाएगा. सबसे पहले इच्छा ज़रूरी है ना? डिज़ायर टू नो, डिज़ायर टू लर्न, दैट यू हैव. सो इट विल हैपन. डोंट वरी. जस्ट वॉच इट अगेन एंड सॉल्व अ फ्यू क्वेश्चंस. ऑलराइट, दीज टू आर देयर. सो n can be p to the power 34 in the first case, or n can be p to the power 6 multiplied by q to the power 4. They are asking about n square. So what will be the value of n square? n square in case 1, case 1 में n क्या था? This. So n square क्या हो जाएगा? p to the power 70. तो factor कितने हो जाएंगे इसके? 70 plus 1, that is 71. In case 2, n is this, so n square will be p raised to power 12, q raised to power 8. तो फैक्टर कितने हो जाएंगे? 12 plus 1 multiplied by 8 plus 1. 13 into 9 is 117. ये बड़ा है कि ये बड़ा है? ये बड़ा है, ये नहीं. So the answer is 117. Is that clear? अरुण, हाँ थोड़ा सा मैं बेसिक से आगे लेके जा रहा हूँ. ऑब्वियसली अरुण, सबको ताकि समझ में आ जाए. इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें कर ली हैं, फिर प्रैक्टिस सेशन में और अच्छा करेंगे. ऑल राइट, 34 का पावर 35 है ना, 70. a is 34. आई एम सो सॉरी. दिस इज 68. आई एम सो सॉरी, सो सॉरी. 69. Still, this is not the answer. Rishit, thank you. Yes, Mayank, for each all the subjects. Pranali, there is no shortcut. Manikant, isn't it clear? I need 35 factors. And the formula for number of factors is this. A plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 and so on. What is ABC? This. A number when prime factorized. 35 is the product of these values. So what can be those values? 35 into 1 or 7 into 5. So if case 1, I take case 1, when a plus 1 is 35, a will be 34. 35 minus 1. In case 2, if a plus 1 is 7, a will be 6, b plus 1 is 5, b will be 4. I took n as p raised to power 34, where p is prime. And here, p raised to power 6, q raised to power 4, where p and q both are primes. We have two cases. So n square will be p to the power 68, here will be p to the power 12 into q to the power 8. Square करना है ना, 6 into 2. Alright, only cat. 69 कैसे आया? 68 plus 1. Number of factors क्या हो गया? a plus 1 into b plus 1. यहाँ पे a क्या है? 68 है, b तो है ही नहीं. 68 plus 1 is 69. That's all. Alright. Okay. All right. That is the last question. There are some questions which were very difficult for the first timers, so I won't be doing it today. Maybe in some other class I'll do it. These 3 questions. But those who have gone through numbers, they can just take the screenshot, and in the same live stream when the class is over, you can solve it and post the answers. So I'll wait for 10 seconds for every question. You can take the screenshot and post the answers afterwards. All right. Till then, we'll talk for a while. So I hope you enjoyed this session, right? Isn't it? And it's pretty obvious and kind of even understandable that it's impossible to do the entire course. But then the things which are relevant and which have got the highest weightage in CAT will be what we'll be covering in these sessions, in 37 sessions. Pushkar, yes, it was a revision. I did not go beyond factors. Why? Because HCF and LCM will be done in the same week. Sajjan sir will take that, and tomorrow there will be divisibility. Okay, so that's why I did not go beyond factors. There's more to it. Factors, divisibility, remainders, all that stuff will be happening all right, every day. This question also, you can take the screenshot. And on the group, in the description, you also have the link to the group. Oh, Ayushman, such a sweet comment. Thank you. Yeah, Arun, that will happen in the upcoming sessions. All right, the HCF and LCM one. This is the schedule in case you want to know. Moreover, you can go to the website, iQuanta's website. Here you see week 2, week 3. It is not, this is not clickable. It's a PPT presentation. But on the website, you can click on week 2, week 3, week 4 and get all the schedule. Tanu, if you cover all of it perfectly, you'll be able to cross 95 percentile. Wow, Rohit, I'm so humbled. Noir Nebula, my favorite name on YouTube. I think you know that. Aaj hi yoga night mein, yes. So you will not see me in this week again. In arithmetic also, I don't think I'm there. I'll come back in algebra and maybe in geometry. And this time I'll also take an RC class and 2 VA classes. 1 para jumbles, 1 odd one out and 1 RC class in week 7. So I'll be visible to you. Today I'm visible. In week 3 I'll be there. Week 4 I'll be there for 2 or 3 classes. Week 7 I'll be there for 1 to 3 classes. Gautami, last batch is a paid batch in which all features are there. CAT before CAT is a free batch which is on YouTube. That's the basic difference. Okay, Arun, done. Algebra. Oh, Krisha, thank you. DILR will be taken care by Sajjan sir, and I think one session will be by Kamal sir as well. So I have to do a lot of other stuff. तो मैं बीच में आता रहूँगा, बीच में कुछ motivation देने भी आ जाऊँगा. Okay? Okay then. Take care everyone. I'll see you again in week 3. Bye bye. राकेश, DPPS नहीं मिलेगी इसी में ना, ये रिकॉर्डेड है तो आप उसको देख सकते हैं on 2x speed, 1.5x speed, whatever you want. Oh, Noya Nebula, so sweet. मैं आऊँगा यूट्यूब पे फिर से आऊँगा. ठीक है, okay. All right then, take care, bye bye.